Everyone, there's an inherent feeling you get when you get something like stolen from you. Like a bike, for example. For me at least, when I first had mine stolen, I felt like a lobotomized child, like walking around, where is it? Like having no idea that was just stolen from me while I was gone. On the other hand, you probably feel victorious when you catch the culprit that stole your possession. For both reasons that you got your shit back and you find the guy that did it that just looks like a moron now. Unfortunately, that is pretty rare. But one thing that's pretty, less common than that and more embarrassing is having something stolen from you, like it's just a few inches from your face right in front of you. Now, I'm gonna slightly make fun of the people in this video because honestly, it takes like 1 ounce of energy to get the drink back, for example. But with this guy, with his toothpick drooping down his mouth, he's an asshole as well, don't get me wrong. And I refuse to believe he gave the stuff back after he stole it because if it was that easy, why bother, giving it back? This wasn't Paris, so maybe he does this often to tourists, but from what I saw in the video, a lot of people that got mugged spoke French back to him. But even if they were tourists, anyways, just taking like a quarter empty drink for no reason. To be fair, I do feel like food prices in Paris are very exorbitant, so maybe this is his way of surviving in the city in a tiny Chinese coffin apartment.
Thank you.
My god, so annoying. In that second clip you can see the toothpick, which just makes it so annoying. But from what I know in this video, he mainly does it to women, and there will be a guy later in the video, and you will see his own unique reaction in just a second. But the only question I want to ask, does he do this often? Because there's no way that's out of the blue. He decides to make a video that just stealing people's stuff, like right in front of their face, and he wants to see the reaction. Maybe it might be good, who knows? But even then, that's a clear sign that you have no survival instinct at all. Because the most common reaction you get is just getting punched in the face, or having people yell at your face to make you piss off. In these people's defense, somewhat, this situation is so bizarre. Your brain can't even handle or what you say in that moment. Well, maybe perhaps later that day you'd be like, oh, I should have instigated shit with him. But in that very second, when it unfolds, your mind, decides between fight or flight, and it picks flight.
Non, c'est bon, je vais aller tomber.
Okay, I know I said a man with a unique reaction, but it's not the guy, it's someone else later in the video. Even though that guy was having a small they shall not pass moment, he still conceded to him a bit later. And even worse, the guy was admiring in the sun, oh, this looks really nice, I'm gonna enjoy this. And he was still standing there awkwardly. I know a second ago I was defending this kind of reaction, but even then, if you watch this video, you probably have a small bit of feel of being a friend at a bar, come on man, do something, just push him a little bit. Plus, come on, I'm sure he felt a bit spineless when him and his friends were walking around Paris, they were enjoying the drinks that they paid for themselves, and you just have him in the corner saying they're awkwardly with that kind of face.
J'ai hyper peur. Thank you. Yeah, you speak English? No? Yeah? Well, sorry. Please.
See, there you go, yeah, he knew it. He tried to pull that bullshit, oh, he's English, he doesn't know any better, but then you're yeah, get the out of here. That was the guy I was talking about, complete contrast the two girls before him. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Having a good 5 seconds, seeing your friends get stolen from, and having enough time to come with a reaction, and still giving it to him, you're lost. And plus, back to the beginning to what I said earlier about him trying to do this trap to tourists, to get free food out of them. Because he's very clearly French, so I'm guessing his tactic is, go to people, take the food, and be like, oh, so do you speak English? I don't know, I'm lost here, I don't know where to get food from. Well, duh, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but at least, right there in the moment, you're oh, he's a lost tourist, yeah, fine, it's fine by me. But then 5 seconds later, you're wait a minute.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, finish. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, that last one was painful. You can tell she was the one person that he came across on that day when he was recording, and they just happened to be perfectly not French and somewhat barely spoke English. From what you can see in the video, there's a tiny sliver of yogurt left in that cup, but even then, why would you even go for the effort? I know I'm not saying he should go to people that just left the restaurant, take the food and try the tactic again, but why bother when all you stand to win is just a tiny bit of food? When the risk is much greater of you just getting getting decked in the face, just getting passed out on the floor. I mean, I shouldn't question the logic of this kind of person that doesn't care like what they're recording or what other people think about them. But even then, it's not that great of a feat. You realize that most people are very awkward out on the street. The only person I can think of that might enjoy this video is like some like weak-boned kid in high school like gets pushed in the locker every single day, and he wants like a situation in his head you fantasize about, like what do you do differently, and have everyone like admire him. Like just commenting, if I were one of those people, I'd roundhouse kick him, or stretch the cranium, and have everyone around me respect me. Thankfully for me, that's the one bit of joy I get from this video, where that kind of person that I just mentioned would like just fold completely in that situation and don't even like act out the plan they had in their head. But yeah, honestly, apart from that, a shitty video. I know it doesn't help me to talk about it because, you know, it pisses me off just watching it, but just spend like, you know, a good 6 minutes talking about it, it's not gonna help at all. But for me at least, it doesn't change the fact like just how shitty the video was in the first place.